Dante Alighieri was so spellbound that he wrote about it twice, in the Divine Comedy and in another sonnet. Charles Dickens was struck by it when traveling around Italy. And now the medieval Garisenda leaning tower in Bologna is sparking very modern publicity, with concern that it might be subsiding. Streets around the Garisenda, one of Bologna's twin towers perched together in the city center, have been sealed off as scientists monitor the monument for evidence of the structure cracking and moving. The 48-meter, 158 feet, tower was built in the 12th century when Bologna was a mini Manhattan, with dozens of towers reaching towards the sky, each built by local families trying to construct theirs higher than the last. But it leans at an angle of 4 degrees, only a little more upright than the Leaning Tower of Pisa, set at a tipsy 5-degree angle. It was already leaning by the early 14th century when Dante wrote Inferno, in which he described the dizzy rush of looking up at the Garisenda's leaning side. A plaque on the tower today commemorates the verse dedicated to it. Shortened in later years, it sits in the city center beside the Asinelli, a tower twice the height, which tourists can climb. City Mayor Matteo Laporte blocked off the area around the towers at the weekend after meeting with the city's heritage superintendent and the committee of scientists, which has been monitoring the pair since 2018, to conduct further monitoring and install sensors, to have definitive information about the state of health of the Garisenda, he announced at a city council meeting on Monday, in a speech shared with CNN. Acoustic sensors have been placed around the tower to monitor any stress noise of cracks or creaks, while a pendulum has also been installed to track movement. Visitor access to the Asinelli has also been halted, and a pendulum will also be installed in the higher tower. Turning the area into a pedestrian zone is less about immediate safety concerns, and more about allowing the instruments to gather more precise data, said the mayor. The tests will continue for the rest of the week, in order to see if the tower is doing anything other than oscillating, as it has done more or less since it was built, said Laporte, adding that all towers and skyscrapers move up to a certain threshold. Laporte said that the tower has been leaning for several centuries, and it has been the subject of various interventions over decades. A biannual report, due to be submitted at the end of November, will be brought forward, he said. The council has already lined up a company to do any work that needs doing, one which worked on Genoa's collapsed Morandi Bridge. A council-led committee for the restoration project will also be formed. The roads will be blocked until Friday, although according to local media, buses might never be allowed to circulate around the towers again. Calling it the symbol of our city along with the Asinelli Tower, and guaranteeing to protect the Garisenda as a monument, Laporte told the council, "We're working to do everything that needs to be done."